You are now listening to Rings Kings Boxing World Flash Report.
Ring Kings Boxing, Big Q, man. News that packs a punch. We in this thing, man. And we talking Ben Whittaker, man. Ben Whittaker just brutally beat, just dispatched and destroyed a fighter, man. Of course, this is a fighter that we known he was overmatched, and Eddie Hearns loves this guy, but he beat Ben Gavazi in the ground on this play and knocked him down a couple of times, brutally hammered him, and moves forward. And he believes, and he says that there's no one like me at the light heavyweight here. So is Ben Whittaker on point with it? Hearn believes that this is a fighter that can be one of the best in the class. So is this the case? Whittaker's now 10-0 with one decision. He has 7 knockouts, and he's puts on some flashy fights, man. And it's really interesting. He did earn the WBC silver strap with his win over the fighter he fought. And it's really interesting, to be honest with you, going forward, because he admitted that his skills and he's gaining experience, and as he's fighting these fights, and he feels like he can climb and be one of the best. This is what he says: "I truly don't believe no one can move like me, drive my speed like me, drive an IQ like me, 175 pounds." He says they can all bang, they can all grin. I got something different. At the end of the day, I'm 11 fights in. That's my 11th fight, and it's all about the process. When you want to build a star like me, that's it. I've got my own path, my own journey. And when I get there, I want to compete. I want to beat them. I don't just want to be a part of the party. I want to be the man they don't want to fight. So that's the journey I'm in. So a lot of tough talk from Ben Whittaker head forward into these fights. And Eddie Hearns believes that this fighter is going to be a star. So in the end, a lot of people, such as myself, like Ben Whittaker a lot. I think Ben Whittaker is extremely talented and coordinated. Questions about his power. You can see he has 7 knockouts right there, but it's a question about his resume. How really good is Ben Whittaker against serious or better competition in his weight class? That's the question I'm asking about Ben Whittaker. That's the point when I'm looking at how really good is Ben Whittaker. If you change and put him in the light, he's in that light heavyweight division. He's up in there with guys like Dimitri Bivol, David Benavidez, Callum Smith, Artur Beterbiev, and guys like that. How good is he? When you got guys like Morrill in there, and he will have to climb and face stiffer competition. People to start really giving him his respect. Now, he's a very slick and smooth boxer to watch. I enjoy watching him. It's a lot of theatrics that kind of piss off the true traditional boxing observer. But can he do this against stiffer competition? Now, like I said, he's still very much down there, and it's just coming up on 11 fights. So he still has a great deal to climb. As you can see him right here, it ranked at 12th. So he still has a few other stiffer competition fighters that he will climb up, and Eddie Hearn has to keep him fighting, man. That's the bottom line. He has to keep him fighting, have to keep him climbing up the ranks here and getting better. And I think he could be a potential fighter. Like I said, a lot of people like Ben Whittaker because his slick, smooth, crowd pleasing style. The guy has talent, and it's fun watching him. But like I said, man, when it's all said and done, how does he look against stiffer competition? Now, the Ring has him not ranked. Neither does the IBF. The WBA has him ranked at 11. The WBO has him at 12, and the WBC has him ranked 9. So he's just outside the top 10 on some of these belts outside of the WBC. And of course, what most good promoters would try to get Ben Whittaker. Now, he has the silver belt. Like I said, they're going to try to get him a belt young so that he can kind of use that. But he's a flashy person as well. And he's 28 years old. So if you had Eddie Hearn, you got to get him a bunch of fights to kind of get him lined up to take on stiffer competition and climb that. But, like you said, he's still very much learning this thing and fighting and going forth. So like I said, he considers himself a star at 11 fights. It's still a lot to be said about Ben Whittaker. So it's basically the word is out on him. And also it's still, I don't know. I like his flashy style, but he's beating up on guys that are not as talented as we would like to see. We want to see you really test your skills and your ability after a fight. So if, Eddie Hearn needs to get him more fights. get him more competition. Starting like in 2026, Ben Whittaker, beat this guy. He needs to have somebody lined up right away to keep this train going, man. Because I love to see him against stiffer competition. How that power look against guys in that lightweight division. There's a lot of really talented fighters that he would have to move up to see. How does he look against them? What do you guys think about Ben Whittaker, right? Do you think Ben Whittaker is just a guy that they beefing up, that he's slick and smooth and entertaining to watch, but when it comes against stiffer fighters, will he get stopped? Will he get all of the fun when somebody clock him and hit him really good? Would all that stuff go out? I think if he gets clocked and he gets clipped pretty good, I think all of the theatrics of him doing this, I think that stop. I think he dials in and start fighting. But I really want to see somebody test this kid and see what he really has, man. If he can be amongst the top in that class. So with that being said, let me ask you guys, y'all chime in. What do you think about Ben Whittaker? Do you think he has what it takes to compete at the top level in his class? Put it in the comment section and let me know. I'm Big Q, representing the Ring Kings boxing family. Man, Ring Kings boxing, news that packs a punch. I'll be back on the next one. Much love. Peace.
Subscribe now and make Ring Kings Boxing your source for all the latest fight news.